What do we have here? An old miner spades, and have a guess what this was used for. Around the corner there, that's where the big surprise is. What have you noticed, Gary?
Well, the packing of the roof looks really nice. It's like a crazy Jenga, isn't it?
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of this cribbing, as they call it, the miners. But have you noticed that some of these timbers that they are straight from the tree? Have you seen the ones with just light it up? The ones with the bark there. That's got the bark still on the tree. That's been like chop the tree down job and get it down here for reinforcement. This is one of the many refuges that they are alongside the main level for any miners that would want to move out of the way if there's incoming vehicles. A lot of water coming through. Some sort of
cable reel.
Cable reel, is it? Yeah, definitely. Look at all this moss that's growing over the rotting timber. It's incredible, the plant-like patterns that it does. It's nice, this is we come in straight away, as we can see in here, after the steady decline that you can still see daylight there, just barely. After the 1 to 10 decline, we come to a junction, right, that says west ramp and left the east ramp. And we are going to be doing a loop through, actually. We're going to be going in the east ramp and coming out the west ramp. So it's quite a nice round trip. To the left, yeah. It's obvious what they've done here. We're not going to go through it, but basically there's a very old level that's totally running, and the trucks have been dumping a lot of material, backfilling the disused passages. Is a common practice. Once there's a passage that they can't use anymore, they use it as a dumping ground rather than taking it out. You can see a fine example of the cribbing there. Look, Gary, all that cribbing.
Yeah.
Is one of the more modern one. You can see some that where the wood is totally, basically decomposed. This is part of the modern rings, you know. You know how you can tell? You know how you can tell this is part of the recent mining operations from the pre-COVID. You can tell the difference between the old rings and the new rings. Right, the old rings are straight on the sides and the new rings are wavy, sort of curvy on the side. And I think we've come out with the conclusion that that is to give added structural strength. Now, if you disagree with that, you can leave it in the comments and state your own opinions on it or your facts. Have you seen this, Gary? I wonder what this was used for. Again, there's quite a lot of miners former miners that are going to be watching this video. If anybody has an idea, please leave it in the comments. This looks like some sort of bracket and small stand.
Yes, rat strap.
Yeah. So, as I say, we're going to be trying to recording aspects that we missed on previous recordings. I think this is definitely from a vehicle, is it?
Looks like a shock absorber.
Is this a shock absorber from a vehicle? Obviously there was trackless vehicles coming down here, so there'll be a shock absorber and a filter. Then again could be for a vehicle.
Air filter probably.
Yeah, air filter. Some of the newer rings, they never got to be put in place, obviously, because the mine stopped working in the pre-COVID era. And there you can see Gary straight onto an old header as well, which we have explored before. We're not going to do it because it's very sketchy, but we know where it goes. It goes to a much older level that's totally running now. Be careful there. That's what you get. You're walking on hanging death. It does go a bit, but not much. That's one of the old stoves, I think, you know, on the left.
Yeah.
Definitely, that's a stove that they mined out and it just got run in. So we just turned around, that's the way we came. And we're gonna go straight ahead, which goes further down and it loops round to the other incline that we're gonna be seeing. So there's quite a lot we're gonna be documenting in this trip and try to get as much that we missed in previous videos. Actually, do you know you can see the rings here? Do you know the purpose of these top pieces here? Most likely. It's a joint, is it?
Yeah.
It's a joint of two half ring pieces. We're facing ahead of us now. Quite a lot of these front fill levels. It's very obvious what they did. Some of this material has come down from above, as you are able to see there. Yeah, definitely. There's a big void up there. But I don't think you can answer for all of this material. Some of this is probably back from filled from other areas, but yeah, there's quite a big void up there. You can see all this big industrial piping. I'm sure this was used for, or was going to be used for ventilation. I guess it never got used. Oh look, you can move this lever here. Or if you loosen this, or basically you can move this lever, and basically it controls, it shuts the ventilation through this pipe. That's interesting. What have you found, Gary?
A whole box like explosives.
Oh yeah. Now that's cool. Because we have come across this before, but never actually proper documented it. Yeah. Perigo explosivo desmonte de tipo E. It seems from Italy, definitely. Yeah, I think this come from Italy.
Nice with that time.
I'll let you be the brave. Hanging death. Watch your head, don't knock any of them timbers. Yeah, you good.
Oh.
It doesn't look great up there. Oh my god, I shouldn't even be hanging around here, really. Look at this. Lie back. Thank you. Gary, have you seen this? This compressed, this piping that I think this was driving the compressed air, and this was driving the water most definitely. And look, they just come from the wall. They've just been driven through the wall. Ha. Actually, the thicker pipe was definitely a pump. You can see by the use of this mesh basically to filter anything that could have gone in. So I guess they had a lot of trouble with water in this mine and floods. You see, Gary, we come from this backfilled ringed section, which is sort of in an arch shape, into this square section, as you can see. Now, I was told by a miner that the square section is much older than the round section, so that can give you an idea of the time period. This is much earlier period. In a bit, we're going to be seeing actually rails, and the level goes much narrower. So keep watching, guys. We come to this collapse section, and believe it or not, there is a way on, Gary. Now I'm on the other side of the collapse, and you can see what's happened here. A full section of the roof has totally delaminated there, as you can see, and come tumbling down. It looks terrifying, I have to say. Take it easy. Yeah, there's quite a lot that's come down. Look at this big boulder resting on, I don't know what it's resting on, but there's a full, basically 7-foot section that's totally delaminated from the roof, and I hope what's on the roof is going to hold today. Okay, have Gary coming down the ladders. Try not to lean on the loose rocks above you. Just stick to the ladders. Yeah, only ladders and metal, remember. No loose rocks, because there's a lot that's ready to come down here. Well, you made it. That's the way on. So looking ahead already, we can see a ventilation portal and some sort of crane system they had, overhead crane system. Most likely, I would imagine, it would lift the batteries to load onto the locomotives that were running down here, because this comes from the 70s period, much earlier. The first part of the mine, basically. Right, onwards. Oh, there's the rails, look. Yeah, it's always nice to see some rails. Beautiful. Obviously, it looks like when they abandoned this part of the mine, they totally seal the ventilation to get the airflow to go in the parts of the mine where they really need it. You're in, way ahead. Onwards. Emergency exit there, look. So basically the way we came, it would be the emergency exit. Look at the depth of this. It goes. and the rails, where the rails sort of cross together. There's a view of the level, just looking back on ourselves. It's incredible. What do we have here? An old miner spades, and have a guess what this was used for. Basically, it's a set of short rails on sort of side wheels, as you can see. This is what if they needed to shun any mine carts or any locomotives, you know, to the side, you know, take them off basically the cart run, take any carts off the cart run or the locomotive as well. They could do this very easy on this. It's not moving anymore, but it would have moved to the side. I want a good picture of this.
Traverser.
I don't know, it has a name.
Yeah, that's what we call them on the railway, like a traverser.
A traverser in the rails, in the rail lines. So they use them as well in the rails industry, yeah.
Yeah. Go along and then it just moves them sideways.
Rail sleepers, yeah. Core samples, so we can see. Have here, Gary, is lead. You can see very clearly that's lead. The coloring is very dark and sort of shiny there, and the lead vein follows by the old lead mine that predates everything else here. Now this is quite narrow, only a couple of feet wide, and it comes to a bit of a crawl, and I have been there, and it goes to a run in. But this basically was dug in the 1700s, very old mine. The way the miners would have come down here would have been from the surface down, so a long way down by shafts to mine the lead, which was very valuable at the time. Now we can see further in this section of the mine is in quite a bit of a bad shape. It's in much better days, shall we say, but it keeps going. Let's go right to the end and see what's around the corner. Just be careful just going over here, because there's quite a lot of timbers you don't want to be knocking around really. Around the corner there, that's where the big surprise is. You're going to see something like you haven't seen before quite in any other mine. We've got a junction of rails again here. As we can see, one that was going straight onto that header that was never finished, or it was just meant to be a bit of a header to back away probably the locomotives, I imagine. A lot of the times that's just all they needed, did they? Somewhere to back away, like any locomotive run or anything. And here is where it gets interesting, Gary. Look at this. Go and take a look. But I tell you what, watch out, because there's a shaft there.
I was going to say there's a shaft.
Yeah, but you see that shaft there? I have actually been down there, believe it or not. Can you light it up? So that shaft down there has it was leading basically to a lower level. Look at there was a ladder way, obviously. You can see the running ladders there. Yeah, this used to go to another level, but it's all badly collapsing here. But can you see the header? A bit of a pulley system up there. Interesting. I call this the hangman chamber for obvious reasons. Look at all the pipes going down. It would have been good to get this on video actually when I went down.
Does it go far?
No,
No.
it's all collapsed in.
Oh yeah.